Welcome back to News Around, the ultimate destination for deep dives into the real stories shaping the world of fame and entertainment. If you're new here, hit subscribe now, tap the join button to support independent celebrity journalism, and make sure you like and comment, because today's story is one that has ignited a firestorm across Turkey and beyond. This is not just another gossip headline. This is the scandal everyone is talking about, one that combines heartbreak, family tragedy, and a bold decision that has split public opinion right down the middle. The name at the center of it all? Gülüm, one of Turkey's most beloved and followed stars. And the choice she made has left an indelible mark on the public consciousness. The recent passing of Barış Baktaş's grandmother, a 92-year-old matriarch deeply respected by those around her, brought together Turkey's elite from the worlds of cinema, politics, and business. The funeral, held at one of Istanbul's most historic mosques, was a solemn gathering, a moment of collective grief and remembrance. Barış, overwhelmed with sorrow, collapsed into tears beside the coffin, supported by his devastated parents, Gülüm and Gülüm Baktaş, who struggled to stay on their feet. But amid the sea of mourners and floral tributes, one absence overshadowed everything else. Gülüm, Barış's ex-wife, once a cherished member of the Baktaş family and a woman who had shared not only love but marriage with the grieving actor, was nowhere to be seen. Her decision not to attend didn't just raise eyebrows, it detonated a cultural conversation. The question on every reporter's lips, whispered in every corner of the media, was simple yet charged. Why wasn't Gülüm there? Instead of appearing at the funeral, Gülüm broke her silence in a different way, a single social media post. On her Instagram story, she shared nothing but an image, a simple carnation on a black background. No words. No explanation. Just a flower. But rather than calming the public debate, this enigmatic gesture poured gasoline on the fire. Fans and critics alike flooded comment sections and forums, debating her intentions. Was it a respectful acknowledgement from a distance? Or a cold and calculated message meant to signal emotional detachment? On Twitter, X, one user wrote, "A single flower is not enough, she should have been there." Another defended her fiercely. She has no obligation to attend. Her life is her own now. And just like that, the controversy grew beyond a personal decision. It became a national debate about dignity, boundaries, and the invisible expectations placed on public figures. Behind the cameras and away from the headlines, insiders say Barış Baktaş was deeply wounded by his former wife's decision. He reportedly confided in close friends after the funeral, expressing disbelief that she did not reach out on such a painful day. "On a day like this, I expected at least a message of condolence. That's what humanity requires," he was quoted as saying. Though Barış has not made an official statement, those close to the family describe his disappointment as profound. For a man who once shared a life with Gülüm, a man whose grandmother had known and loved her, her absence was felt as a personal betrayal. Don't forget, if you're following this story closely, subscribe to News Around and tap the join button so you never miss an update on this dramatic saga as it unfolds. Barış's mother, Gülüm Baktaş, made what many interpreted as a thinly veiled reference to Gülüm in her brief post-funeral statement. "During times like these, we must set aside bitterness and resentment. As a family, we've endured deep pain. We expected at least a small gesture of respect. Absence breaks hearts. Everyone chooses for themselves, but some choices are unforgettable." Her words ricocheted through social media, fueling speculation and sharpening public opinion. Thousands reposted the quote with captions like, "A direct message to Gülüm," and "The Baktaş family deserves better." The division among fans became more pronounced. While some argued that funerals transcend personal history, others maintained that personal boundaries should never be violated, no matter the circumstance. To fully understand why Gülüm made the choice she did, we must revisit the turbulent history between her and Bar. Their once idyllic relationship ended in a painful and very public divorce, followed by a string of scandals, including the infamous Sarah Bloomer affair, which dominated tabloid headlines for months. According to those close to Gülüm, the accumulation of resentment, betrayal, and emotional wounds shaped her decision to stay away. One friend revealed, Gülüm loved Barış's grandmother dearly. But after everything that happened, being there would have caused more misunderstanding than comfort. It wasn't about disrespect, it was about self-preservation. Still, speculation refuses to fade. Some commentators now believe her absence has created an opening for Sarah Bloomer to rebuild ties with the Baktaş family. Although Sarah's absence at the funeral was expected, tabloids buzzed with the idea that Gülüm's decision could leave space for Sarah to re-enter the picture, a theory that has sparked heated debate among fans and insiders alike. This story hasn't just stayed within Turkish borders. Italian newspapers, which have long followed Gülüm and Barış's rollercoaster relationship, published headlines highlighting the disappointment felt by Barış's extended family in Italy. Gülüm's absence stuns the family, read one Italian headline, pointing to the once close bond between the actress and the late grandmother. The European media's intense interest has turned this private tragedy into an international spectacle, and now, the whole world is watching Gülüm's every move. The debate has extended far beyond tabloids and talk shows, it's now a social question. On talk panels, morning shows, and opinion columns, commentators are split. Some insist that attending the funeral was a matter of humanity, not relationship status. As one TV commentator put it, some gestures transcend personal grievances. Death demands respect. Others defend Gülüm's autonomy, arguing that she owes nothing to a family she no longer belongs to. She has the right to live life on her own terms. She's no longer part of that world, another expert noted. And now, we want to hear your opinion. What do you think? Should Gülüm have attended despite their history? Or was she right to keep her distance and protect her peace? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective fuels the heart of our News Around community. Whether seen as a silent protest, a necessary boundary, or a sign of unresolved bitterness, Gülüm's absence has already etched itself into the celebrity history books. It has tested the limits of forgiveness, reignited painful memories, and reminded us all how even the most personal decisions become public property when celebrities are involved. And for Barış Baktaş, still grieving the loss of his grandmother, it has added another layer of heartbreak to an already devastating chapter. This story is far from over, and here at News Around, we'll be following every development as it happens, from family reactions to potential reconciliations, and even the possible return of Sarah Bloomer to the spotlight. Make sure you subscribe, tap the join button for exclusive behind-the-scenes updates, and like and comment to share your thoughts with thousands of fans worldwide. The world is watching, the debate is raging, and one question remains: was Gülüm's choice an act of disrespect or of self-respect?